What is going on, everyone? Welcome back on Block Gems. I'm Marco, and today I want to talk about the Sandbox, and specifically I want to discuss some ideas, some of the techniques I use to buy land, to search for good deals when it comes to land on the Sandbox, especially on the secondary market, on OpenSea. And also I want to provide you a market update, a very short market update on what is going on in this specific space. So let's talk about prices first, because we see that the floor stands at 0.358 Ether, and it has been going down as we have actually anticipated. We've been talking about this time and time again on this channel. We've been saying that in the medium, in the short term, we would have expected a price decrease. And one of the reasons that we mentioned was what went on during the past public land sale. And I will put a link above. I will not talk about what actually happened there. I've been talking about that in a couple of videos already. You can go and check. Yes, that is probably a reason why we've been seeing downward pressure on the price. But there is also another reason, I think. It's pure speculation, but I think it's very plausible to believe that this insane Ethereum rally that we have seen in the past weeks has been put a lot of downward pressure on the prices of any NFTs in the metaverse, especially NFTs that have direct utility such as in-game assets, typically land or other NFTs that should be usable in a game. And why, you could ask? One of the reasons could be that this is basically a deflationary shock. As the value of the currency increases, basically it allows you to purchase more goods and services. And this is exactly what is happening. With the same amount of Ether, you are able to purchase more land. So this is one evaluation that I wanted to go through very quickly. And another one is about the NFTs that were bundled together with the last public land sale. Now, we've been saying time and time again that typically these NFTs, the NFTs that are bundled with land in primary sales, do not perform well in the secondary market. And we are seeing that the prices keep on going down. So this in the last video that I recorded when I talked about this stood at 0.3. We're talking about 0.27 now. We were at 0.149 the previous video. Now we're at 0.09. And exactly the same thing happened here. Now, you can see how the market is reacting to this, to overpricing bundles, overpricing these NFTs, or at least this is my opinion. And I still have a lot of faith that the developers or the development team at the Sandbox will create value for these NFTs. Just the value is not perceived right now. And also, it becomes questionable, especially with the current Ethereum valuation. How can an NFT of this type be really worth $900 in terms of utility for the gamers? What can it actually give to a participant into this space, to an entrepreneur into the metaverse, to a gamer into the metaverse, to justify such a high value? Something to keep in mind, just to stay rational when we make these kind of purchases. And another topic that I want to discuss, and now I want to come to the more educational part of the video, basically how to identify deals, how to look for plots of lands that might be on a good price, or it might be on a good price that is suitable for you, or depends on what you have to do and what you're looking for. One technique that I use is the following. So I go on this page on OpenSea, I will link it in the description below, and this page lists the historical prices, but I don't want to look at that. I'm more interested in the trading history, because I want to show you that very often some of the land is selling for below the floor price. So the floor price is the buy now price, the lowest buy now price. But you can also place a calibrated offer that somebody might accept, maybe because they just really need the money. And this could be a very useful technique if you're not in a hurry. If you just want to have any plot of land, if you just want to have exposure to this type of assets, and you might place multiple calibrated bids in order to get lucky with one, right? Maybe one will accept your bid. Of course, this doesn't work well if you are interested into a specific type of asset with a specific, very specific coordinates, very specific location. Now, talking about that, there is one interesting tool which might appear extremely banal for many, or to some at least, but I received this question or questions that went in this direction in the comments and also on Discord. So I decided to address it. How do you know if a specific plot of land is on sale, if you see it on the map, without searching one by one? Or how do you locate the plots of land from the market to the map and vice versa? Well, it's very easy, but and basically you can enter it in the URL of the map on the Sandbox. Is very, very easy. But one thing that you can do on the OpenSea secondary market is that you can enter in the X and Y section on the left for this specific asset. When you specify it, you can enter the coordinates, and you can basically draw a square in order to look for land that is specifically in that area. And why this is useful? Because as we know, some plots of land are more valuable than others because of where they are located. If you have a plot of land that is bordering this massive sandbox box, you can rest assured that it's more valuable than something that is maybe in this area here or in this area here. And why? Because they have the best activities, the best games that will be built, and there will be portals here for you to move from one location to the other, to teleport from one location to the other in the map. So the houses close to the metro station, those close to the tram, subway station, are those that are more expensive, or at least they are offering a service basically in addition to the actual land and the actual value of the house, of the land, or whatever is built on top. So this is something that applies also in this context. And imagine that we are interested only in evaluating purchases of anything that is between the first row and second row. Then we can click here. We see the coordinates. Also here. Here, we just insert this. And we insert the coordinate and we look at the plots of land that are in that location. And then we can assess if this is a good deal, or also could be good if you want to sell land and you have something that is close to a large plot. So to make research, if you want to enter the market, so if you want to buy, or if you want to exit, if you want to sell. Just to calibrate yourself in terms of price points. I found this useful. I wanted to share it with you. And another interesting way, in case you wanted to buy some land, is the Discord. This is the Discord channel for the Sandbox, and they have a sub channel called Sandbox Land for Sale. It gets very spammy, but it could be useful to assess opportunities, to assess deals. Be mindful in case you don't want NFTs, you just want the land. Typically, they said I often find here bundles, so just make sure that you end up buying what you want and only what you want. So, guys, I hope that this was useful. I have one more very small mini complementary piece to this research, which is not really anything, because I will list a link in the description that was used to point at this page that now is down, unfortunately, but I still will wanted to list it because maybe they'll put it up again. And what was here was a map that showed you live the plots of land from the Sandbox that were actually for sale. So you could visually see the entire map and the plots that were available for sale. It was very useful. I don't know why it's down now, but I hope to put it up again, so I will still list the link for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Please bear in mind that this is only for educational purpose and none of this is investment advice. And if you find any value in this, guys, please subscribe to the channel. I will make sure that more content of this type will keep on coming. Hit the like button and thank you for your time. See you in the next video.